Hi everybody, I'm Elisa and welcome to my channel Lunar Elise. Today I'll be doing a reading for the astrological sign of Sagittarius, and that's if that resonates with you and any of your placements on your natal chart, as well as anybody that you could be cross-watching for. It could be your message, but if it's not, go ahead and just please don't try to force it. Anyway, this week I'll be focusing on from the 13th of November to the 20th, and what that week's energy is, what situation is coming in for us that we're having to maybe take action towards. So before we get started, just go ahead and take a deep breath with me. And I ask that we're grounded and present, open to receive messages, and that I can be a clear channel. One more shuffle, I think, and a couple of these. Okay, so I'm going to pick two cards for the situation. We have the Five of Wands and the Tower card. So I will say that I started doing this reading, and then I got a minute and 45 seconds into it, and I stopped it for, I don't even quite remember anymore, but I was just like, I hate this video. And then as I was like thinking about it, I was like, I wonder how this might be resonating with Sagittariuses right now. Because the feeling that I had was like, dude, if you didn't like the video in the first place, like, why'd you keep going? Like, why'd you keep pushing yourself if you didn't like the feeling that it was giving you? And then I was like, because all I had to do was press stop and then restart. I wasn't even that far into it. So this feels like, to me, that same exact sentiment of like, pushing this thing out that you're like, you know what, this didn't need to be there, and it's so annoying that this truck is backing up right now. I just noticed it because I was so into what I was talking about in regards to the cards. And so I mean, it's just a bunch of noise, but you notice that it's like fading and it's almost gone. So I feel like this is the Tower moment in a sense that you're inducing. You're like, I don't like this, I'm restructuring it right now. It feels like it just feels urgent, but it also just feels like you're very much in your power that way. Like, okay, so two cards for, so the Hierophant and the Two of Swords. This for sure was actually present in the full moon reading that I'm doing for Taurus, called, like, it's releasing, I don't know, something for happy endings. But it is, and so this is the mental conflict that you've been probably about this subject. But it's as if you've like finally woke up, and your intuition's lit up right here, and you're in a sense speaking your truth, but from a place with wisdom. You know, so this Tower moment, I think it's gonna shake other people up because you're just coming from this. A very decisive place, because you know you might have been indecisive before, but that's what you're kicking out, because with the two fives here present, with the Hierophant and the Five of Wands, that's change, and that's change that you're realizing needs to happen. It's intense, Sagittarius. Okay, so that's the situational energy. So the next two cards I'm pulling is for action. So we have the Page of Cups in reverse and the Page of Wands upright. Let me get one more card for clarification. So you have the Ten of Swords. I was looking for another element. You have the Swords, Cups, and the Wands here. So the Five of Wands that we saw, I see, is like the Page of Wands, kind of like quick action of pushing whatever they were feeling out. That this is the Page of Wands inducing the Tower moment, because the situation here with the Ten of Swords has been so much mental anguish. It's like suddenly, like, it just happened so quick. It's like people were like stabbing you in the back, maybe, I don't know, you were just getting like these insights of like, wow, was that really going on that whole time? And it's been really emotionally disheartening, but this is, it's kind of like in order to get out of this Ten of Swords energy, you're turning off your emotions for a second and just like straight up, like it doesn't matter who, it's like whoever doesn't come along with you on this journey, or you know, like if they're the people that maybe were the people in your way, or the things in your way that you had to like bulldoze through, you're kind of, it's just you're moving through it, and in a sense it doesn't really feel like burning bridges. But I'm gonna get 2 more cards. So we have the Four of Wands, and then the Judgment in the reverse. Yeah, because the foundation that you had was not the foundation that you wanted, and so that is in a lot of ways being released, because you're wanting to come from a place that you can that is allowing you to like be the Page of Cups upright and celebrate the way that you've the long journey that you've had to get to this moment, to realize in a sense like, oh, I recognize what I want. Why did I do this? I should just kick it to the side, because it's not serving you. So I kind of want to I'm going to get some Black Moon astrology cards to clarify this thing that you're putting aside, Sagittarius. 7th house, partners. Okay. Maybe this is, I see the 3 and the 1. It's like kind of wanting to communicate for more individuality, so that you can have a more stable foundation on your own. Like in a sense, like really wanting to, there's a sense of independence here. So I'm going to grab a numerology card, shuffle it. That the things that like, maybe you got into a relationship around like Libra season, or you were starting to notice the relationships around you in Libra season just a few months ago, last month, that you weren't happy with, and maybe you let yourself not speak up about it, but now it's as if the universe is kind of screaming at you to change these things. Yeah, love, partnership, and surrender. So, you know, with the Judgment in the reverse too, I kind of see it in like the surrender aspects of whatever is going to need to come to light about this partnership, this thing that I actually think is, you know, the justice is coming, so to speak. You're changing it, you're reevaluating it. It's kind of just saying it's happening, and in the sense surrender, because the things that need to come up to light will come to light. So I think that's a part of the action that you're having to embody. You've already made the quick movement of getting yourself out of the situation, so now it's just kind of taking the steps even further back, slowly backing away even more. So for the outcome, 2 cards. We have the King of Wands in reverse and the 8 of Swords. So maybe this energy, the King of Wands in reverse, has been really egotistical and not really it's kind of like a little bit of a player energy, right? And this is a wounded aspect of you, the 8 of Swords, in a sense of like thinking that you weren't good enough, or not knowing how to really commit and kind of wanting to play the field because of the fears of having to, the tower moment, right? Having to rebuild your foundation about what your ideal love partnerships are. Shit, flat cards, that card, yeah, okay, still reverse. So, right, we have partnerships, and we have the 4 of Wands, which is a sign of like partnerships and family and things such as that. So if you've been afraid of of being in a relationship. I think that's what this week's energy is really illuminating to you, Sagittarius. You've been split about maybe how committed you want it to be to somebody. Is this person the right one? Is it maybe somebody else that you've been feeling, somebody else from the past? Because God bless Mercury retrograde, somebody might have come up from the past, you know? We have change and Aries, I am. So it's this knowing, and it's this initiating. It's fast energy of wanting to change your foundation, communicating it, because this is a part of your spiritual journey. You might not know these things that which lie ahead, but you know that whatever energy you're in right now was a King of Wands in reverse, and that was only acting from a place of fear, with the Eight of Swords, being trapped in the webs and lies of things that you've heard throughout your life, you know, just the social constructs from family and work and friendships and school and, you know, just society in general. Wherever you grew up, it's all over the place. And spiders are who make the webs. Are a symbol of being afraid of one's own power. And your true power, Sagittarius, is the King of Wands upright, right? That's you and you're in embodying that energy. And what are you afraid of? I kind of want to know what you're afraid of. So I'm going to get a numerology card. Relationship change and financial discipline. So you know that the relationships you need to do could require financial discipline, but also like I feel it like the financial discipline aspects of like energy and time, right? Money is energy. And so the time that we put into something is our energy, and money, blah, blah, blah. And so that relationship is changing because maybe you've been putting your time in other places that weren't serving you. And that's what needs to change. Where you're putting that energy. Maybe you're spending too much on dating people and trying to be showy and flashy. What really, that's not the kind of relationships you want. You don't want the kind of relationship where somebody is where they're not, after and loving you for your authentic self, because you're just coming from a place that wants to impress. I don't know, that this reading feels really rough, but I feel like, it's a really important message to know that you really ultimately you're coming out of this energy, and we're in this together. So I'm gonna pull a shamanic healing oracle, because I think we all need some healing after that reading. It felt kind of intense for me. So we have 2 new beginnings, right? This is you creating that brand new foundation. Let's not forget that we started with the Tower card, right? Which is all about you being able to create new beginnings. You're emotionally releasing with and there's a butterfly. You're transforming. This is metamorphosis, and you're able to really build this beautiful thing that you want out of life, and a lot of it is a part of you loving yourself and not showing, not trying to put on, not being the King of Wands in reverse, wearing a mask. It's asking you to fully embody your power, Sagittarius, and believe it. And I know you do. And if you do like this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help me out, guys. If you would like more information about me, like my social media or where you can book a private reading, that information is below in the subscription box. And I hope you have a beautiful week. Much love.